She is on the phone with 911 right now.
She said I'm rude and he's just threatening me
Look,
right now.
Look at her. She said I just threatened her. What threat? What threat did I make towards you?
I'm Elizabeth.
What threat did I make towards you, ma'am? Huh? This is crazy. I've never. I already knew what it was when I first got here, though.
Here she is 1 minute later trying to sound distressed so the police can come quicker.
What?
I'm shaking right now. Please.
What in the world is this, boy? I ain't gonna lie. I've never in my life had to deal with no bullshit like this. Never in my life. How y'all doing? I just want to start off by saying thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for the love and support. Appreciate everybody for reaching out to me. I am okay. I've been getting a lot of comments on my last video, similar to this one, asking about my well-being. I am unharmed. Basically, I'm going to just give y'all a little update about what happened that day. So basically, I'm an HVAC technician. I'm contracted out daily to go to different people's homes. I clean air ducts, I clean furnaces, air conditioning units, dryer vents, good stuff like that around your homes. That day, I was contracted to go out to her home by her and her husband. They wanted their air ducts cleaned. So right off bat, I pull up to the home, I grab a few pieces of equipment out my van, then I eventually enter the home. As soon as I enter the home, the woman is standing by the door. She greets me at the door. She doesn't tell me her name or anything. I introduce myself. I let her know what I'm there for. If she could show me certain parts of the home that I'll need to know about in order to do my job. So she was the only one there. Her husband was at work, so automatically knew to be as gentle as possible. I am a stranger coming into your home at the end of the day. You're by yourself, so I already knew how to approach the scene with her. As I'm talking to her for the first time, I'm already picking up a bad energy from her. She's giving me a bland stare as I'm explaining to her the things that I'll need to do around the home and the things that I'll need to access. She would periodically cut me off as I was trying to explain certain things to her. So I eventually asked her to see her utility room. That's where I would end the cleaning by cleaning her furnace. She kind of turned towards me and looked like, why do I need to show you that room? Like, why do you need to go down there? That's when I then explained to her, I would end the cleaning there. So she kind of slowly walked down. That's when she, showed me where the room was in the basement. So as soon as she shows me the utility room, I instantly start my work to inspect the furnace. I take the furnace door off, I pull my phone out, start taking inspection photos just to show her, make sure nothing needs an extra cleaning in the furnace, make sure everything is working properly. So as I'm about to begin my work in the utility room, she's literally right over my shoulder. She's not leaving my side. She's watching everything that I'm doing. She then asked me, they let me do a job like this? And that's when I kind of turned towards her, like, what does that mean? Like, I'm confused on what you're asking me. So I kind of giggled that off. I'm there to make the money. I'm really not trying to talk to you, so it was an awkward silence at that moment because I already kind of could pick up what type of time she was on, so I was just trying to do my job and get out of there. So I'm trying to continue to take these photos. I can hear her over my shoulder. She's going in and out of her foreign language and English. Her English side, I kept hearing, how long have I been doing the job? Do I know what I'm doing? Stuff like that. I'm going to continue the story in part 3.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandavas. In this video today, we're going to be talking about a white woman falsely accusing a black man who was invited by her husband to work in her home. So if it's your first time of coming here, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like, share, drop your comments in the comment section, and let's analyze this. Credit belongs to the owners of the clips and stitches I'll be attaching to this video. And know that this video is for educational purposes and not to lash on anyone. With this being said, let's dive into it.
So as she's asking me these questions, I am answering them. I'm being professional, being polite as possible. Basically let her know that, yes, I am a trained professional. I know what I'm doing here. I then go to flick her through the photos that I just took in her furnace. That's when she looks at me and she then claims that the photos that I was showing her weren't photos of her home. So as she said this, I kind of stopped and I'm looking at the photos like I'm confused on what you mean. I literally just took these photos. You're watching me take the photos, you know? But hey, me being the professional that I am, I go down and I retake the same photos so she can see me take the photos, clearly take them in her furnace, and show her those photos again. She then goes on a little rant, basically saying she doesn't trust me. She doesn't think that I'm going to do a good job in her home, and that she was going to call her husband. Now, once she said this, I was already at the edge of I'm not going to do the cleaning in her home because she was basically labeling herself as a problematic customer. Didn't want to create another problem by doing the cleaning, and she called in later about something just to try to get a refund or even get me fired. So at this point, she's not letting me talk. She's basically trying to talk over me, cutting me off every time. So at that point, I mean, you're being problematic. So I let her know I'm not going to do the cleaning there. I'm going to give my office a call. They should be contacting you, and you guys can go from there. But as for now, I'm going to pack all my equipment, and I'm going to leave. So as I'm packing my equipment, I start making my way upstairs to leave her home. She's following right behind me, literally on my back, basically on the back of my heels. She's so close to me. Threatening to call her husband, yelling at me, saying all sorts of things. As I'm walking through the garage, I hear her yell that she's going to call the police. Now, I know if someone calls the police on you and you leave the scene before they arrive, that's basically you fleeing the crime scene. So I let her know, if you call the police, then I'm going to stay. I'm going to wait for them. I then start to record. So after the recording, I was just in shock. Like, I didn't know what just happened. I was literally standing outside in a blizzard. So I got in my van, watching my surroundings, waiting on the police to show up. I didn't know what type of police unit was going to show up just by how she was acting on the phone, making it seem like I was causing harm to her or something. So I was honestly scared. So luckily, it was only 2 officers that showed up. They came to defuse the situation, basically asked me to leave the premises. They did take down some information. Before I was about to leave, the officer that went up to her and got her side of the story actually came up to me on her behalf to see if I was willing to stay and do the cleaning, but I simply declined. This also happened in Golden Valley, Minnesota. So I stay in Minnesota, and that's where this incident took place. So that's what happened. I do want to thank you guys once again. Appreciate the love and support that you guys have been showing me. This will not be the last that you guys will see of me. Let's end racism together. Peace.
A white woman falsely accusing a black man who was invited by her husband to work in her home and calling the police, claiming he's threatening her, is not just wrong. It's deeply dangerous, unethical, and racist. Let's analyze this clearly and directly. Okay, now, the black man had a legitimate reason to be in the home. He was invited by the white woman's husband, making his presence legal and expected. The white woman falsely claimed that the black man was threatening her, prompting a call to the police. The black man absolutely did nothing wrong. You see that? Now, why this is not good at all is that, number one, false accusation is a crime. Falsely accusing someone of a crime, especially something as serious as a threat, is very, very illegal in most places. So it wastes police resources and put innocent people at risk. Number two is that racial profiling and bias. This is a very clear example of racial bias, assuming a black man is dangerous simply because of his race or the color of his skin. For me, it's a no-no. It reflects the weaponization of race and gender, using her identity as a white woman to get the police to arrest the black man. Number three, potential for harm or buying in my language. In many countries, especially the US, calling the police on a black man can lead to harm or even buying the person. And this is regardless of whether the person is innocent or not. She is putting the black man's life in danger without cause. Number 4, moral and social impact. It brings stress between races and communities. Seeing black professionals trying to do their job and trying to cut it short with racism. Looking at it, is it good on your end? It's a very big question. And for me, it's a big no. And here is why. Ethically, no, it is dishonest and morally wrong to lie against or about someone. Legally, it's no, because false accusation can be criminal offense. When you look at it socially, no, it promotes racism and distrust. And personally, no, it harms an innocent man's reputation and his safety. So in my conclusion, what a white woman did in this scenario, it's not good at all. No matter how you look at it, it's absolutely not good. It is dangerous, it's dishonest, it's racist, and it's very, very unacceptable. So anyone, regardless of race or gender, should be held accountable for false accusation, especially when they put innocent people in harm's way. And no one should use their social identity as a weapon against others. So come to think of it, if this guy did not turn on his camera, I think there's nothing he's going to say that is going to put him on the right side or that is going to make him sound true. As long as the woman has called the police and he has no evidence, that means he's in for it. That's why I always tell people, evidence silences argument. Evidence silences argument. So you should learn how to get evidences, especially in times like this. In times like this, you have something to prove. You have something to fall back to show that you're innocent. So for you seeing this video, let me get your comment in the comment section. Like, share. If it's your first time of coming here, please do subscribe to my channel. And don't forget that this video is for educational purposes and not to lash on anyone. And credit belongs to the owners of the stitches and clips I'll be putting up in this video. And with this being said, I'll say peace and love. Bye for now. Until my next one.